Ujambo, everybody. Listen, as you all know, Kanye West has been catching all kinds of hell for his slavery comments. I already did a video with regards to slavery being a choice, but I had a few more things that I had thought about that was on my mind that I wanted to put out there. And I would like it very much if you give me some feedback in the comment section. But at any rate, if you recall history, the Underground Railroad and Harriet Tubman, okay, there were many of our ancestors that decided, look, I'm not with this slavery, I can't take it anymore, and I'm out. So our great beloved ancestor Harriet Tubman rounded up as many people that were willing to not be slaves anymore, tired of being slaves, and had made it in their mind that they weren't going to be slaves anymore. They all got together and they ran off. As a matter of fact, Canada, the great majority of our brothers and sisters in Canada, the black population in Canada, are the descendants of runaway slaves. The rest of them, of course, come from the Caribbean and other African nations. But that right there is a prime example of slavery being a choice. Harriet Tubman said that she freed, 1,000 slaves, and could have freed 1,000 more if they only knew they were slaves. But apparently they either didn't know they were slaves, or they developed what a lot of our brothers and sisters have now, Stockholm Syndrome, where they are so accustomed to getting their ass whooped, having master's foot all up in their ass, that they, for some strange reason, have grown to like being abused. I look at my people worldwide, not just here in the United States, but worldwide, and I look at the abuse that we take from everybody. It's not just from white people. It's from everybody. Every race, every nationality wants to take a shot at black folk, wants to take a shot at the original man and woman of this earth. And you know what? We are allowing them to do it. We're just sitting back and taking this abuse. And guess what, brothers and sisters? Until we learn how to stop taking that abuse, they're going to continue to abuse us. Not just white people, but everybody. Arabs, Koreans, all these people. Y'all don't understand, apparently. We're playing, you all playing a game of checkers. That's what's happening. Y'all playing a game of checkers while other races and other nationalities are playing chess. And guess what, brothers and sisters? We are losing badly. We're getting our asses whipped on every corner. I've said this in several of my videos, time and time again, and not only myself, but other YouTubers have said in their videos, the only way to get our enemies to respect us, the only way, is through their pockets. If it's one thing they understand, if they don't understand anything else, it's money. That is what they understand. The almighty green. $1.5 trillion left out of the black neighborhoods last year. 1.5 trillion with a T. and went to every other race and every other nationality that hate our guts. Look, apparently we like being kicked out of Starbucks. Apparently we like being kicked out of Waffle House and Hobby Lobby and Lord knows who's next. Because you know why? Because we keep going back. We keep going back. All we have to do is get together, unite. Look here, black folk. If we don't unite, we're going to be extinct in the near future. Between white supremacy and between us killing ourselves in these streets every night in every major city in the United States. If we are not careful, if we don't watch it, and be mindful that we are at war, we're going to be extinct. We are. Is that what y'all want? Is that what y'all want? Because apparently that's what you want, because you're unwilling to fight back. You're unwilling to fight back and use the only tool that you have at your disposal. You know, if you are doing a handyman or a job, fixing something around the house, and what the next tool is required is a hammer, let's just say a hammer for example, and you don't have a hammer, well, you're not going to get the job done because the hammer is required to finish the job. Same thing with us using the only tool that we have at our disposal that we can use, and that's the almighty dollar. Look, I know there's a lot of piss poor black businesses, and one of the excuses you all going to use is, well, I've tried to patronize my brothers and sisters and I get shitty service. I understand that. I understand that. Once again, it's all about us uniting with one another and getting ourselves together. There can be no peace without unity. There can be no progression without unity. If you go to a black establishment and the service is not all that hot, then what you have to do is sit down with the brother or sister that own the business and let them know what's going on. Okay, such and such happened, so and so happened, I didn't like it. But it's also a way that you address the issue as well. Now, I'm not for shitty service. I don't care who it is. Now, after you've gone through those steps and you have explained to the owner of the establishment that, look, I patronized you yesterday and this what happened, that's what happened, I don't like it. Could you please address that? Could you please address your employee? And once you've got your point across, if that doesn't work, then by all means, scratch them off the list and go to the next brother and sister. By all means. But we have to start building in our communities black-owned, black-operated businesses. There's no reason why we can't have our own black coffee shops. There's no reason why we can't have our own black breakfast restaurants, or any other restaurant for that matter. Now, I understand in smaller areas where the black population is not as big, then I can understand you don't have very many options. Still, we have to try to create options. But I understand if you're in that position. But if you live in cities like Chicago, Detroit, New York, LA, Dallas, Houston, Miami, there's plenty of black-owned, black-operated businesses. And there's no excuse, none whatsoever, for you brothers and sisters that are living in those big cities to patronize your enemies. None at all. You have no excuse. I'm quite sure anything you can think of, a black man or black woman owns it in that particular area. We have got to start using our money as weapons. And that's the only way. That's the only way we're going to get these people to respect us. First and foremost, we have to respect ourselves. Okay? Then, and only then, will the world respect us. Respect ourselves. Have your brothers and sisters back. Start doing right towards one another. So let's start building a community. Let's start building a community. I'm going to tell y'all something. There is no such thing as a black community. There isn't. There is no such thing as a black community. You know why? Because when you go into our neighborhoods, every other race and nationality is in our neighborhood. You got Chinese restaurants all over the place. The Arabs will come in here and set up shop. The so-called Judah come in and set up shop. The Italians, Latinos, everybody will come in and set up shop. They take all our money. They give us shitty service with a shitty attitude. And guess what? They don't even live in the so-called black community. They're going to take all that money and they're going to go out in the suburbs. All our money just going out of our community. What would really make a black community is that we didn't allow anybody else to come in and set up shop in our neighborhoods. And we set up our own shops, set up our own restaurants, set up our own clothing stores, our own banks. Anything you can think of, we can set it up on our own. Look here. Right now, go to Chicago. I'm in the Chicago area. Go right now. Go to Chinatown and try to set up a business and see what happens. They're gonna run your black ass out of there. Ain't nothing happening here. Why can't we have that same mentality? Why can't we come together and unite as a people and say, look, ain't nobody else coming up in here setting up shop? No, that's dead. If anybody going to be in here, it's going to be our people. Now, you could say, for all my non-black viewers, that's racist. No, that's not racist. That's not racist at all. In every major city, you got Chinatown. You got sexuals, all Chinese people, all Asian people, or Latinos, or so-called Jews, Polish, Russian, Italians, Puerto Ricans. They all have their own piece or section of the city. Ain't nobody coming up to their hood setting up anything. But yet and still we allow any and every entity to come set up shops and set up in our hoods. So if it's racist, then they're racist too, right? No, it's not racist. It's not racist. What it is self-preservation. Every other race, every other nationality understands the dynamic of self-preservation with the exception of us. And until we get that understood and overstood, then soon, we're going to be an extinct race. Between us killing each other, between us interracially dating and procreating with people that hate your guts, between the way we eat, our diet is so poor, it's ridiculous. All these factors, if this continues at the rate that it's going, we're going to be an extinct race. If y'all want that, continue to go down the road you're going. You shouldn't want that. Everybody else got enough sense not to want that, but us. Everybody understands the laws and the dynamics of self-preservation, but us. When or when will we learn? When or when? Oh, when? Israel, when you learn? When? When will you learn? Share this video, like, comment, subscribe. Please leave me some comments in this comment section. I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions. I'm out. Quite heavy.